Hello everyone. Today I'm going to present on how parents can increase moral behavior and reduce aggression in preschool age children. In order to know how parents can increase moral behavior and reduce aggression in preschool age kids, we need to understand some concept towards it. First, we need to understand what moral development is. Moral development changes people's sense of justice and how they behave related to ethical issues. People have considered moral development in children's reasoning about morality, attitudes, and behaviors toward moral matters. Since social learning approaches have evolved in studying moral development, I'm going to talk about it toward morality. Social learning approaches to morality are mainly focused on how the environment is where children operate pro-social behaviors. Prosocial behavior is helping behavior that benefits others. Social learning approaches acknowledge that some instances of children's prosocial behavior stem from situations where they have received positive reinforcement for acting morally. For example, when Tom's father tells him that he has been a good boy for sharing his toys with his cousins, Tom's behavior has been reinforced. Therefore, he is more likely to engage in sharing behaviors in the future. However, not all prosocial behavior has to be directly reinforced. According to social learning theorists, children will also learn moral behavior indirectly by observing others' behavior, called models. Children imitate models who receive reinforcement for their behaviors and learn to perform the behavior on themselves. For instance, when Tom's friend Bob watches Tom shares his toys with his cousins and Tom is praised for his behavior, Bob is more likely to engage in sharing behavior himself in the future. Therefore, we can learn from social learning approaches that parents should provide opportunities for children to see others acting in a cooperative, helpful, and pro-social manner. Parents also need to encourage their kids to interact with peers in those activities in which their kids may share a common goal. This learning process can teach their kids to learn to understand the importance and desire to work with and help others. Then we need to take a look at the aggression and violence in preschoolers. Aggression is intentional injury or harm to another person. Aggression is addressed at achieving the desired stuff like getting a toy away from others or sitting in a place occupied by others during the early preschool years. Nowadays, the majority of preschoolers are exposed to aggression via television. They spend most of the time watching TV shows daily. Those TV programs may contain high levels of violence than other types of programs. The observation of televised aggression may lead to subsequent aggression like bullying, a greater readiness to act aggressively, and insensitivity to the suffering of victims of violence. Television is not the only source of media violence. Many video games contain highly aggressive behaviors, and many children play such games without notice. In the process of studying aggression and violence in preschoolers, several approaches have evolved. I'm going to talk about the cognitive approach towards aggression to find solutions for parents. The cognitive approach toward aggression suggests that understanding children's moral development is necessary to examine their interpretations of others' behaviors and the environmental context of those behaviors. According to Kenneth Dodge, some kids are more prone than others to presume that actions are aggressively motivated. They are unable to notice appropriate clues in a situation and interpret the behaviors in a situation erroneously, presuming that what is happening is hostile. Subsequently, children would behave aggressively in response to situations that never existed based on their inaccurate interpretations. Therefore, parents should monitor kids' TV views, particularly the violence that they view. Parents should also discourage children from watching TV shows that depict aggression and encourage them to watch educational TV shows designed to foster moral conduct, such as Sesame Street. The cognitive approach is important in pointing out a method to reduce aggression that parents need to help children devise alternative explanations for others' behaviors. Parents should help children interpret others' behaviors when children who are prone to aggression and likely to view others' conduct as more hostile than it actually is. Here are some other practical suggestions for parents to encourage moral behaviors and reduce aggression among their preschool-age kids. First, parents need to pay attention to children's aggressive behaviors. They should take action when they see kids' aggressive behavior, such as telling their kids that aggression is not an acceptable way to resolve conflicts. Second, parents should help children understand their feelings or emotions. When children become angry, parents should tell their kids specific things that they can do to get rid of their angriness. Tell them that they can ask for others first to request sharing the same toy instead of hitting others. Last but not least, parents should teaching reasoning and self-control to their children explicitly. Children should be reminded of why certain behaviors are desirable since they can understand moral reasoning rudiments. For example, explicitly saying if you take our toys, others will have no toy to play with. In this case, children may give up taking our toys on the ground and give others a turn to play with. By the above means, parents can increase moral behavior and reduce aggression among their children constructively. Here's my reference page. Thanks for watching.